The television channel MTV started in the early 80s, only showing music videos, but at the end of the decade they also started showing other kinds of television. TV channels break their format all the time, often to get a wider audience, and for MTV it worked. Most of their shows today are dumb reality shows like The Bachelorette and Next, but they have also syndicated several animated series. Sure, not all of them was good, but the ones that were good, they were really good, and continues to have a strong fan base even today. That's why I will review one of their cartoons every week throughout January, and these four are the ones I think is the best animated series MTV has ever syndicated. So let's start with their oldest and most beloved show, Beavis and Butt-head. The series centers around a pair of incredibly stupid teenagers that mostly just lay around watching television or goof off at school. I think the reason so many love this show is because the show's creator, Mike Judge, basically shows a mirror to the teenage experience and exaggerate it. Because in your teens, didn't you watch bad television all day and acted like an idiot around your teachers? Beavis and Butt-head is that, just exaggerated. Mike Judge could have gone the easy route and made Beavis and Butt-head clones of one another, but he actually made them to very unique characters with their own unique personalities. They are both idiots, but they are idiots in their own unique way. Butt-head is a jerk that cares very little about his friends' well-being. Beavis, on the other hand, is an energetic guy with a love for nachos and a hyperactive imagination that makes him adopt anything he hears on television as something real. Another cool aspect of these two is that they are so stupid that they are practically immune to anything. They are too dumb to know the meaning of responsibility or consequence. If somebody hurts them, they barely noticing it. If something bad happens in their life, they just shrug it off and just goes back to watch television. They just kind of live within their own little world. Actually, often the guys, when they do something irresponsible, it's often the other characters that get the shit. Speaking of, let's take a look at the side characters in this show. Their neighbor, Mr. Anderson, is nearsighted and is often the one that gets the shit for the boys' escapades. Mr. Dryson is the guy's hippie teacher that does care for the boys and do treat them with a fair amount of respect, but he is only repaid with disrespect from the duo. Their principal, McVicker, or McDicker as they call him, hates the duo because, well, they make his job so much harder. He is so stressed out because of Beavis and Butt-head that he always seems to be on the edge of a heart attack. Then there is their classmate Daria that would later get her own show, Daria. I will touch more on her character in my review of that show, but for now I will just talk about her relationship with the duo. And I think it's a rather sweet one, even if they are at the opposite ends of the spectrum, as in she is smart and they are, well, Beavis and Butt-head. But she seems to care about them, even if she, on occasion, has taken advantage of them, but it never seemed mean-spirited to me. The boys sometimes insult her by calling her diarrhea, but they were not above taking advice from her and even sometimes compliment her. Then there is Stuart and Todd. I decided to talk about them together because they are both part of the same theme, and that is the theme of role models, or rather bad role models. Stuart is a kind-hearted little boy that looks up to Beavis and Butt-head that are beyond retarded. Beavis and Butt-head in turn look up to Todd that is the most wretched human being you could imagine. He beats up people for no reason, and he vandalizes and steals. As bad as Beavis and Butt-head might be, they are not even close to be as bad as this guy. Yet they admire him. I think the idea for this dynamic is that we as a society sometimes look up to the wrong people. especially when we are young. More than the actual stories, another big part of every episode is the MTV music videos that Beavis and Butthead watches and make fun of. Later they would also watch clips from MTV's reality shows. Personally, I really enjoy these parts, mostly because the comments the guys do is very funny, and I myself make fun of commercials whenever I have to watch them, so for me, it's sort of relatable. Beavis and Butthead also had a movie titled Beavis and Butthead Do America. That is one of the best things Mike Judge ever done, at least in my opinion. In the film, Beavis and Butthead gets involved with terrorists without them knowing, all to get back their beloved television. What follows is one of the most insane road trips I ever seen. The show has been heavily criticized by parents and social conservatives for being the inspiration for several violent crimes committed by teenagers. The show's creator have responded to this the same way any rational human being would. They are just cartoons. People should be smart enough to know that these are not real people. And research have found no correlation between these crimes and the show, or any show for that matter. In the end, I think Beavis and Butthead is an incredibly funny and smart series, and was certainly an inspiration for many adult cartoons to come. Come.